And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that short break, that brutal OSC, as we have returned with our round of 16 match with our TVZ. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of side Delta, we have our Finnish Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Berserker Esports. It is Mixu. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Italian Terran player, the Red Terran, representing himself, currently teamless. It is BabyMarine. And if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on how you think this series will unfold and who you believe will advance on to the quarterfinals. Will it be our Terran or our Zerg? Both players are warmed up. Both players did look quite strong in their respective previous matches, and now we're facing off against each other. We are facing off. Let's go. Have our TVZ. And I do think both players are quite comparable in skill. I do think that Mixu is slightly more favored. The reason why I say this is just because BabyMarine is less active. He's just a less active player. Doesn't compete as often in these online weekly tournaments. So we'll see how he does compare. Again, I'm only saying that just because I've seen a little bit less of BabyMarine as of late. But I'm ready. I'm ready to be reintroduced. And to be in all. For now, standard openers. It is going to be Hatch Gas Pool out of Mixu. Likewise, a Rax Expand out of BabyMarine. Nothing too crazy so far. We're just testing the waters, getting into our builds. I don't really expect anything too hyper aggressive this series, at least initially. 2 base all-ins, I can get behind maybe a little bit later on. But for now, the openers are as they should be. Settling in. I see some people asking in the chats, but yes, there is an open cup for each region, and as a result, each of these open cups, they favor that respective region slightly by, allowing players from that region to force their servers and to have that advantage. But thankfully, it's all balanced out because we do have a weekly for each region, for Asia, for Europe, and for the Americas. Meanwhile, Reaper's moving out across the map. The dance has begun. The dance has begun between the Reaper and the Lings. Oh. And so far, so good. We do chip away at the Reaper. We force it back. We have control of the high ground. And Mixu doesn't lose anything yet. Oh, I spoke too soon. One Ling goes down. Just the one. The Queen arrives and Mixu will defend. Takes the third base as well. Is not delayed too heavily. And will even save that tumor. So far, so good. Mixu takes his third. Meanwhile, across the map, it is going to be a third CC before Starport. Economic opener at a BabyMarine. Is going to be selling into a third CC before Starport. Starport is now on the way. This can be into a Banshee-based opener if we go for a Tech Lab and into an add-on swap. Keep an eye on BabyMarine. But now we're selling in and we do get the tumor. Okay, not bad. The creep tumor does go down. Nice pick off. The Reaper escapes. It survives and does get away. Back at home, no Tech Lab. No Tech Lab, so this is going to be most likely a Viking-based opener into Liberator. Could be Viking into BC. We have options. We have options with how we want to make use of this starport. As the starport is now done. And the answer is, okay, it's going to be Liberator before Viking. Interesting. Now, the reason why usually we see Viking first is to hunt down the Overlord and deny the Scout. Speaking of, Overlord is dipping in. It's a way to keep them busy. Meanwhile, oh wait, get the surround! Mixu, calm down! Mixu, he dips in, he gets the surround, he shuts down the Hellion. Very nicely done. And with the Overlord Scout, we confirm the lack of add-on on the starports, as well as the third CC timing. Yeah, we barely do confirm. So Mixu is aware of the more economic opener. He's aware that there is no Tech Lab. So we should be seeing spores thrown down, not in the mineral lines, but actually outside of them to defend against the Libs. To defend against those Liberators. Meanwhile, Hellions are poking in. Going to be prioritizing Stim from the side of BabyMarine. And Mixu playing it out safely here is going Lair first. We're going for the Lair, we're going for our Baleen Nest. Basically, Mixu is delaying his upgrades, he's delaying Evo Chambers in favor of Balings and Baling Speed. As Liberator's moving out, and we did skip the Spores. Uh-oh. Did skip the Spores. First Queen is going to be going down. Big pick off here from BabyMarine. Does pick off a Queen. Likewise, Lib into the main, distracts the queens. No Spore in position, and we do, oh, not get a drone yet. Ooh, nice control so far to Mixu. Spore is on the way. The queens defend, but Hellions, they make their way towards the third. They're going for the mineral line, but do we have enough lings? Barely not. We get 3 drone kills, but the queens will fend off the Hellions for now. That could have been so much worse. Mixu defends. Mixu does defend. He does hold on. Liberator back into the main. Spore not quite in position. And we do deny more mining time, but no major kills. Not yet. Ooh, as the Lib is 1 shot away from going down. Meanwhile, back at home, BabyMarine getting into his own 5-rack setup. 5 racks is on 3 bases. Stim is about to finish into combat shields, into our upgrades. BabyMarine is settling in towards the mid-game. And has kept these Hellions alive. Hasn't dealt game-ending damage with the Hellions, but is at least keeping Mixu honest. Making sure that he has to fight for every single creep tumor. Has to fight for every single inch here, on-site delta. And now Mixu is working towards bathing speed, now getting into his 1-1 upgrades. Getting into his Ling Bane. And we are entering the mid-game at the same time. Ling counterattack at the third base, so we have anything in position. The Hellions are out on the map, the Marines were at the natural, and we do manage to get an SCV, a couple of them. 2, almost 3 SCVs go down, not bad. We also distract the Hellions, we force them back. And BabyMarine, he will barely find those lings. And the Banelings as well. Oh no! Oh, we're still quite paying attention! Ling Bane does engage, we shut down the Hellions. And we're setting up another Baneling Waddle by into the third. At the same time, BabyMarine moving out with the double drop. Still being active. We'll see if Mixu can keep up. Does spot the Marines, but we have plenty of lings to deal with this. He will shut this down. Forces back the Marines. The run-by has arrived. We're making our way to the mineral line. Oh! We force some friendly fire, but we do react in time. We do pull away, and we only get 5 SCVs. Once again, that could have been so much worse for BabyMarine, but he does save his workers. More lings moving out. Back at home, Mixu up to 70 workers, 4 base saturation. Not bad. Not bad as Mixu, he is holding on. Spreading more creep. BabyMarine rotating over towards the right-hand side. Mixu is set up for another run by. Mixu, he's keeping up. Now back at the third base, the tanks are repositioning. The third base is going to be a little bit more exposed. But it's because we are moving out. 1-1 is done, 2-2 is on the way. Mixu getting ready for his own assault. BabyMarine still being active. Have a double drop towards the south. The main move out, the main push headed towards the 4th base, or the 5th base of Mixu. So good. Yeah, Lings, they engage. We have reinforcements. Yeah, we're in position. I'm loving the burrow on the Banelings. Oh my god, that was so close. But the Banelings do burrow. We get into the mineral line. SCVs are going down. At the same time, BabyMarine, he doesn't care. He's pushing in. He's headed towards the 5th base, and there's nothing at home to defend. There's not enough. Lings are amassing, going to try to engage, but not going to be the cleanest of trades. We get on top of the tanks, though. Tanks are going down, and here come the Banelings. Mixu, he does have enough back at home. He does shut down the main push at the same time. Double drop into the main. Oh my god. Takes down a hatchery. Takes down the queen, and is going for the hive. The hive is getting low, and can we save it? We can. We get a clutch transfuse. We save the base just barely. We save both bases. Medevac goes down. Not just one, both medevacs go down. Mixu shuts down the aggression. He's all over this, even going for a ling drop into the main. Oh my god. Mixu. Back. It's like 2 a.m. in Europe. He's wide awake. He's gaming. Meanwhile, it looks like the Banelings, they might have gotten scouted. They were shut down. Hatchery taking a lot of hits, and there we go. Finally, a base falls. BabyMarine, he snipes the hatchery. At the same time, his own 4th base is denied. And hopefully everything's okay. There's a bit of frame drops there for a moment. Everything's okay on our part, thankfully. The Bailings. Once again, we borrow the Bailings and up! Ooh, we do get some connections. And Marines are going down. Widowmine shot gets baited out. No massive connections there from BabyMarine. And the Bio Army is overstimmed. Yeah, we're being chased down. Mixu, it looks like he has broken the back of BabyMarine. Even towards the end, forcing another scan. He's been so quick to borrow those Bailings. And they get into the mineral line. They do get in. 10 more SCVs go down. Behind this, Mixu, he's still on a solid 4 base economy, rebuilding that 5th base. His hive is done. Adrenal's on the way. And Mixu is just doubling down and just massing up more Lingbane Hydra. And BabyMarine just cannot keep up. I mean, there's a world where we can get some insane Widowmine connections. Oh, speaking of. Are forcing back the army. Bailey still amassing. Nice target firing. One Bailey connects. But the Marines, we get on top of the Hydras. Yeah, Hydras are getting cleaned up at the same time. Lings, they hit the 3rd base. More SCVs going down. BabyMarine, his economy is crippled. But he cleaned up all the Hydras. BabyMarine, he's still in this. But the longer this goes on, the worse it is for the Terran. As Mixu, he's rebuilding his army. May have lost how many Hydras? That was 9 Hydras going down. But is able to replace that. And BabyMarine is still stuck at home. He's still stuck at home. As he's stuck, I mean, once again, Mixu, he's moving out with his Lings, getting ready for more run-bys. BabyMarine moving out with the drop, but the shot goes off. The drop is spotted. Mixu building back up. Has not teched towards lurkers yet. Still committed to Lingbane Hydra. No Vipers either. Still just focusing on rebuilding and remaxing. BabyMarine has reestablished his 4th base. He's slowly recovering. He's getting back up there. We're getting there. As BabyMarine is just trying to buy time. Oof. Emphasis on trying, though. He's getting caught out. Same time, another counterattack, but BabyMarine, he has plenty at home to defend. Mixu is about to max out. BabyMarine not too far behind. Is building up as well. I was waiting for the spellcaster of choice for Mixu, and okay, there we go. The Viper has arrived, and we have an Infestor as well. But the drop goes off. We get into the mineral line. Oh my god, 8 drones go down. Very nice drop here out of the Terran. Medevac gets cleaned up. Oof. Both Medevacs do. Another Ling dropping to the main. We do get some more SCV kills. We do distract BabyMarine, and Mixu finally is taking into Lurker tech. Lurker dens are on the way. 3-3 is maxing out. And we'll see if BabyMarine can hold. We'll see if he can defend. Just some Widowmine set up, but again, we have detection. We do get some juicy connections, not bad. Big mine shots. We get on top of the tanks. We're going for the planetary. Planetary does go down. And from here, we just have to back off. Back off and survive. But that did cost us a lot of Lingbane. Mixu has to get the hell out of there. And a BabyMarine can counterattack. Uh-oh. Yeah, the Zerg player is vulnerable. Marauders have amassed. Lurkers aren't ready. Yeah, Lurkers, I'd be a little bit more confident here. The first Infestor goes down. We do get the fungal, but no follow-up. And it looks like BabyMarine is snowballing out of control. He's getting on top of the Hydras. And without Lurkers, how can we stop this army? We're still lacking Lingbane. Queens are rotating over. We have some Bailings left over. It's going to be a close hold. Likewise, BabyMarine getting overstimmed. His army is very softened up. Is backing off. Mixu is buying a little bit of time. There we go. The first wave of Lurkers are on the way. He's holding. Still very close, very clutch. Mixu almost setting up a surround. Oh, he's gonna bleed out a lot of links. That was not the fight Mixu was hoping for. A lot of links do go down. Same time rotating over, losing a lot of banelings. Not fully worth it. Lurkers have arrived. We do get some good fungals though. We get a good connection. Oh my god, so many Marines go down. GG gets called as the Lunkers have arrived, and Mixu will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Did just barely get there, but the Lurkers, they were able to be the nail in the coffin for BabyMarine. He was down in economy, he was running out of steam, he had a large army, yes, but no sustain for his Marines and Marauders. It was close though. BabyMarine, he definitely held his own for quite some time, but towards the end was outscaled, and Mixu takes a lead. Does take a lead. I would love to see an ace match though. I mentioned before that even though I gave the slight edge to Mixu, it was a slight edge. I expect this to go all the way to game 3, but the pressure is now on BabyMarine. Can we bring it back? Can we bring it back? Yaku isn't here to scream the stream dead. Fingers crossed. I don't wanna jinx it. Don't wanna jinx it. Yeah, the stream might go down in a couple of hours. It's possible. It's possible. The stream has been going down on a daily basis, so yeah, I'm not gonna rule that out. If the stream does go down, we'll be coming back. Don't worry. Basically, what's been happening for the past week is that the internet cuts off for like 5 minutes and then comes back. Has been quite consistent with that. So yeah, we'll do our best. We'll do our best. And I do apologize if the stream does go down. It's just been a little bit unstable. I mean, the connection is fine. It's just randomly just turns off. Just turns off. What can I do? Aye. Here we go. We're getting into game 2 and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Crimson Court. We have the Finnish Zerg player, the blue Zerg representing Berserker Esports. It is Mixu. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Italian Terran player, the red Terran, representing himself, currently teamless down in the series, but looking to fight back and looking to force that ace match. It is BabyMarine. Go. And it's looking to be a 2-Rax Reaper. Okay, we're setting up at the low ground. We have the first Rax on the way, setting up for a second Rax. And this 2-Rax Reaper build has been, of course, quite prevalent over the past year, over the past year and a half. It's been a while. Been a while since it's hit the meta. And a lot of players have been embracing it, and it's great to see BabyMarine being one of them. With this 2-Rax Reaper build, our goal is to apply pressure, is to contain the Zerg player, and to deny the third base for as long as we can. Likewise, we can also threaten the drone line, threaten the queens. We'll see what BabyMarine can get done. See what we can get done here. As Mix is going for a standard hatchcast pull, standard opener out of our Zerg player. And the Reapers are on the way. Technically, this can turn into a 3-Rax, true, but it's not really too common. Even Bjorn, who popularized this build, only whips it out every now and then. Keep an eye on the Terran. As Reapers are moving out, the Overlord does confirm. Mixu does get eyes on the Raxes on the low ground, so that is the tell. And BabyMarine, he is here to deny that third. SCV is in position. Mixu trying to mine through those gold mineral patches, trying to expand elsewhere. First Reaper's on the way. We'll see if Mixu can mine through. He needs one more rotation, and it looks like he will make it through. Reaper has arrived. Oh, he spots it! Does spot the drone. The worker does not go down. We barely morph in that spore. And Mixu will get a third. That is the power of this map of Crimson Court. Mixu being so attentive here to actually get in position, and the third base gets thrown down. Uh-oh. And now BabyMarine is in a lot of trouble. He is in a lot of trouble. Remember, the whole point of this build is to deny the expansion, but because of Crimson Court, we can mine through these middle patches and take a safe third. And that means that Mixu isn't slowed down at all. Isn't slowed down. His build isn't really interrupted too much at all. And now BabyMarine, there's a little more pressure on him to get more damage done. Dives into the main. Marines are keeping up. We do keep up with each other. Back at home, third CC's on the way. BabyMarine, he's transitioning out of this, getting into marine production, working towards stim, which is all well and good, but again, these Reapers were hoping for more. With that, Mixu is finishing up Link speed, and can try to dive on these Reapers. Can attempt to. Ooh, gets us around, gets one! And one Reaper goes down, and the others, they're going to follow suit. They go for the dive, they dive into the main. And they get one drone. That's better than nothing. One drone for 3 Reapers is not ideal, but it could have been 0 drones. Reapers are cleaned up, Mixu can stabilize on 3 bases, and BabyMarine back at home is working towards a 2-1-1. A 3cc 2-1-1. So what we're building up towards is going to be a stim timing with medevacs. The factory is almost done, followed by the starport, followed by reactor and medevac production to move out with stim. We're getting there. Overlord Scout does confirm the 3rd TC, so Mixu knows that he can be greedy and drone up a little bit longer. He knows that the 2-1-1 is going to be delayed because of that 3rd base, and is already working on those rocks, working on gaining access to the 3rd base location. Oh boy. Rocks are being knocked down. Starport's on the way. There's the reactor to go for an add-on swap. Mixu is still droning up. No tech of choice yet, but upon scouting this, he should be going for a double Evo chamber first before the Bailey nest, but we'll see. Speaking of, there are the Evo chambers. So a good response out of Mixu. Some things do get caught out, but for the most part, Mixu is perfectly fine. So this Evo chamber should be for +1 Carapace, and now we have the lair on the way. Carapace is the most important upgrade here against Bio just because of the high attack rate of Marines. So Carapace does apply to every single shot that Marine takes. So it's crucial here in Lingbane when it comes to Lingbane compositions. So the Bailey nest is on the way, more Lings are amassing. The army is spotted, and BabyMarine should soon be moving out. And this is the time that Mixu has to stop droning and starts making nothing but Lingbane. We've droned up to 3 base saturation, that's 62 workers. Rocks are being knocked down. And we have 28 Lings in production. We should have the tools to defend. This double drop shouldn't get much done outside of clearing creep. And even then, we can respread it. As the double drop is moving out. Rocks are still not quite being knocked down. The drop is spotted. And we do catch a queen. Not bad. We get 1, we get 2. 2 queens go down. We get a 3rd queen as well. Very nice target firing out of BabyMarine. Will delay the respreading of that creep, but more queens are being made. They're being replaced. But that was pretty nice, actually. I didn't think we would get any economic damage, and we didn't, but we did catch 2 queens. Or, sorry, 3 queens even. So, very worth it. Likewise, Mixu knocks down the rocks just in time. Defends the center of the map. And is threatening a counterattack. We could try to commit, but yeah, Marines in position. We have a tank on the high ground as well. Yeah, we're backing off. Mixu is going to pull away. But has been droning up, getting up to now 4 base saturation. Infestation is going to be on the way. That's going to be for Hive Tech, Adrenal, Vipers. Eventually Hydras. If we don't throw down a Hydra soon, then this could be Lingbane into Ultra, which I'm not entirely fond of on this map. The reason for this is because there's a lot of choke points and the drop potential is quite high. So skipping out on anti-air is risky. It is quite risky here. Marines, they stim in, they get into the mineral line. Oh, late reaction to Mixu. Very late reaction. Oof. That's 9 drones going down. We drop into the main base as well. And Mixu otherwise distracted. And once again, BabyMarine gets a lot of damage done with these drops. And again, this is also why I'm concerned if we do skip out on anti-air. Rocks are being knocked down. We're going for infestors. Hive is on the way. It does look like Lingbane Ultra. Okay. Lingbane into Ultra. Now, when it comes to anti-air, we're going to have access to the spellcasters. Not just infestors, but also Vipers as well for Parasitic Bomb. That's going to be okay. It's an okay amount of anti-air. Double drop coming back in. This time we're ready for it. Likewise, a double drop on the left-hand side. Getting on top of the hatchery. Hatchery taking a lot of damage. Oh my god! We do get a bathing connection, but the hatchery, it looks like it is not going to go down, just barely, but it's close. It's very vulnerable to another drop. BabyMarine going to be contained on 3 bases. You can see Mixu in position to scout a 4th, to deny a 4th as well. The Hive is about to finish up. Max still posing a threat. Hive is now done. We should soon be seeing that tech of choice. I would love to see some Vipers as well, again for Parasitic Bombs. Or some kind of anti-air. We will soon embrace it. That's a lot of Lingbane. It's a lot of bathing spot. It's a lot of bathings. The creep is receding in the center of the map, which is concerning. There's the Ultra Cavern. Meanwhile, BabyMarine is expanding, taking a 4th base, going for the center base location. Very secure. We have a high ground. We have a choke point. We have tanks in position. Widow mines as well. BabyMarine is hunkering down. He's hunky back. Turtling up. Which can be hunky to some people. Nice friendly fire. Mixu does take a Widowmine to the face though. As we shade out some Lingbane. There we go. Vipers are now in production. Drop coming in. The infestors are exposed. Oof. We get a fungal, but the base does go down. The infestors, do we target them down as well? We almost do, but not quite. Infestors, they barely do survive. The Doomdrop gets the hell out of there. Mixu wasn't quite ready for it, but is double expanding. Double expanding, still has a healthy economy. And the first Viper has arrived. Just 1 Viper though. If we had like 2 to 3 Vipers, I would want to say that we can break this position with Blinding Clouds. But just the 1 Viper, it's not going to be easy. So far, BabyMarine is defending quite well. It's trading well. Shaving off a little Lings. Getting on top of the Banelings. Viper poking in. And we do commit to the fight. We're collapsing on the main army. Banelings, they roll on forward. And they get some connections. They break through the Marines, but they don't get on top of the ramp. And the supply does plummet there for Mixu, but he's remaxing. The Viper survives. We have 70 more Lings on the way. But that wasn't the best trade. We do get a fungal. Get on top of the ghosts. A couple of ghosts do go down. Not bad. Those are expensive losses for BabyMarine. Meanwhile, he's going to be expanding on the right-hand side, attempting to take a 5th. And Mixu cannot let this get up and running, but has not knocked down the rocks. Yeah, the rocks are still up and running, so it's going to be difficult to really apply any pressure here on the right-hand side. Extra Vipers have come in. Good abductions. We're going for the tanks. Where's the Bio Army? Yeah, the tanks are exposed. We're getting to the mineral line. SCVs are going down. Tanks as well. And now we've dealt damage. And cleaning up most of the tanks. Banelings, they crash on in. We're going for the planetary, but the repairs are too good. The planetary does stand strong. But BabyMarine, he plummets in supply, losing tanks, losing ghosts. Expensive losses here out of BabyMarine. And now here come the Ultras. Took a while, but the Ultras have arrived. Oh, not going to be easy breaking through these depots, but we do get in. The choke point is brutal. Yeah, the Ultras, they cannot get on top of the army. One Ultra goes down, we rotate around. Planetaries are in position and we're going for them. We're going to get one. Barely not. Oh god, that was so close. Barely one planetary does fall. We have another behind this. BabyMarine yet to expand. Mixu has time. Mixu has time to build up. Massing up a greater army. Once again, rotating over towards the north. Viper catches a tank, gets a powerbomb as well. A massive powerbomb. Oh my god. So that's 2 Medivacs falling. Didn't kill the CC, but that was a snipe on the Viper as well. Mixu also trading out some expensive units. Looking at the units tab, we're down to 2 Vipers, 4 Infestors, 1 Ultra. Mixu can somewhat sustain these losses. Yeah, we have an economy to sustain this, but again, BabyMarine so far, he is holding. He's holding his own. Taking the 5th. Things have arrived. Delaying the expansion. Yoinking another tank. Trading a tank for an Ultra, not the best trade. But SCVs, they get behind the army. Yeah, we get 8 SCVs, not bad. Forcing a scan as well. And Mixu has every other base. Every other expansion has now been taken. Mixu has the map. But can he break this defensive line? The planetary hasn't been rebuilt, so this position is a little bit more vulnerable. Black Wazzling run by once again. Almost getting another tank, forcing another scan. And Mixu is pulling BabyMarine apart. Lings are trickling in. Again, not the best trade, but we get one. We get almost 2 tanks. There we go. 2 tanks do fall. Trading minerals for gas. 8 SCVs falling. We're gonna force out another scan. Finally, BabyMarine can get a 5th base, but it took a long time. He fought so hard for that expansion. And behind this, we have Broodlords. Broodlords are on the way. Now, they are 0-0 Broodlords. They're not well upgraded. Plus on range is still on the way. Still on the way. But this is a brutal position. We can lay siege upon that center base. Like, Broodlords can abuse this expansion. Sure, BabyMarine, he might have a 5th, but what about the 4th? Can we hold on to it? Thor production has begun. We have Ghost Thor, which is going to be ideal. At the same time, he does move out, and he's going to knock down this expansion. And we cannot allow BabyMarine to take this base. Broodlords have arrived. Mine shots going off. Ooh. We do end up abducting one of those Thors. Not bad. Oh my god, the snipes are brutal. The snipes are insane. Regardless, we get a Thor. The Ghosts, they attempt to catch one of the Broodlords. They get one. Nice EMP. EMP does graze one of those Infestors. And as we try to gain ground, we're going to lose another hatchery. That's 2 bases falling. 2 hatcheries go down. Again, we haven't knocked down these rocks, so it's harder to respond. Harder to rotate. And do we have a Viper in this army? The Viper's coming. Do get a power bomb. Not bad. We're stacking. Oh my god. We get 1. We get 2. 2 Medivacs go down. Value power bomb. But once again, we deny another expansion. And BabyMarine, he is holding his own. He's on 5 bases. He can max out. He is maxing out even. And he's working on the ideal army on Mech Ghost. There's tanks, Thors, and Ghosts into Liberators as well. Incorporating a couple of Vikings to help zone away those, not just the Corruptors, but also the Broodlords, the Vipers. It's all about that anti-air. You know, rocks to knock down. We can try to lay siege upon the 5th. The Mine Shot! Ooh, massive connection. The Banelings get shut down. Ah, that was brutal. Yeah, the Banelings, the Ultras. That was a big loss for Mixu. A nice fungal, though. Very nice chain fungals. Ah, but Mixu's gonna lose everything. Yeah, the Vikings are going ham. We bleed out the Ling Bane, the Ultras, the Infestors, and the Broodlords as well. In one fell swoop, BabyMarine, he takes a good fight. And Mixu, he's hurting. Mixu is in a lot of trouble. He lost 2 bases. He hasn't retaken them. And BabyMarine, he takes another expansion. Oh, God. Things are looking dire here for Mixu. Mixu falling behind in the economy. Does at least retain some of those Broodlords. That's another base on the way. Yeah, one too many bad fights for Mixu. We are pushing forward with those spores. And we're still denying mining time at least as well. Denying mining at the 4th. Spores are being knocked down. Ling counterattack does hit the planetary just before it's done. Massive Ling run by. Get 15 SCV kills. Very nice damage. BabyMarine, he can't really afford those losses. I mean, this is still very close. Very close between these 2 players. Like, one bad fight and this could go either way. Both players building up their banks. I mean, BabyMarine has the more efficient army, but does he have it in position? Rabbi hits the mineral line once again. Sweat 30 SCVs. Oh my god. 32 SCVs go down. Insanely run by. And we're just pulling BabyMarine apart. We hit one side, then we hit the other. Broodlords, they catch a tank. They catch SCVs. Ooh, massive mind connection does connect with the Banelings. But again, I do favor BabyMarine in a head-on fight. Like, if he fights head-on with Ghost Thor, like, he can take it. But Mixu, he never gives him the fight. He never gives BabyMarine what he wants. Just constantly rotating, constantly counterattacking. The one time we had a head-on engagement, it did go the way of BabyMarine. So Mixu, he knows we have to avoid it as much as possible. Avoid the main fight. But that also means that these bases are going down. Hatcheries are falling. At the same time, Mixu hits the center nexus, or planetary even. We're going to trade a base for a base. Now, what's scary is that if this base goes down, if this planetary falls, we gain access to the natural. And that takes us straight into the main. Like, this planetary is actually quite crucial for BabyMarine. And we may just go for a full base trade. We may just commit. BabyMarine, he's racing back home. Planetary does fall. And now there's a big weak point here in his defenses, in his bases. Yeah, Mixu is pushing in. At the same time, though, BabyMarine coming in from behind. Broodlord goes down. Thors are here. Now we have to respect the Thors. At the same time, though, we go for a massive counterattack and the planetary falls. Again, Mixu making use of his larger army. He drags away the main force. Then he hits from behind. And at BabyMarine, he's down to 32 SCVs. BabyMarine, he has one good fight. He has one good fight in him with the Mass Thor Ghost. Knocks down another base. That's a kill, not a cancel. And honestly, it might just be worth going for... I was going to say it might be worth going for an all-in. I guess playing it slow is the smart choice, just because... I mean, there's a chance that maybe Mixu overextends. Maybe Mixu does push into this. And there's still 2 pretty fresh mining bases to take for the Terran. Like, these 2 bases weren't really touched too much by Mixu. You know, on Mixu, he breaks the 3rd. The 3rd has very little value now for BabyMarine. It's going to go down. So we get on top of the 3rd base. So it is going to fall again. The natural is compromised. If we lose the natural, we lose the main. Yeah, we have to respond. We send over a couple of ghosts. Lings do slip in at the same time. Mixu threatening the main army. How many Thors is this? 12. 12 Thors. 18 ghosts. Ay, ay, ay. That's a terrifying army. Once again, the 5th base is getting up and running. No longer a planetary. Means we can lift it. Yeah, and I like the idea of the Broodlords just going for the main. Just going straight into the main base from the 3rd. Came to the production. BabyMarine, he might just be forced to lift. Just lift up all the buildings and get the hell out of there. Yeah, the Broodlords, they have arrived. BabyMarine taking another expansion, but he does turn around. He's racing back home. Yeah, the floodgates are open. Lings, they're getting into the main, or getting into at least the natural first. Can deny +3. Goes ahead to respond. Lings are wreaking havoc. You can see we're being very careful with the Broodlords. We don't want to overextend. We don't want to expose ourselves. Speaking of the ghosts, no! Bailey's, they crash in and they do catch a couple of ghosts. Oh, a fungal as well. And it looks like BabyMarine, he gets caught out. Thors are coming in from behind. We have the neural. And we're just pulling BabyMarine apart. The ghosts are exposed. The Thors as well. They're not all together. And just like that, Mixu, he will clean this up. Nice snipes. That was a brutal fight. That was 8 Thors going down and 7 ghosts. Ay, ay, ay. As Mixu is breaking through, and BabyMarine, again, he was just caught off guard. Caught out of position. Say Mixu. BabyMarine was caught off guard. BabyMarine was caught out of position. And now we're going for the planetary. Planetary does fall. Yeah, and as long as Mixu take this slow, he can clean this up. Gets another fungal. And we're down to how many Thors? Just 4. 4 Thors left. Massive connection. GG gets caught. We catch out the ghost, and Mixu will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the quarterfinals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations, Mixu will take the series. That was a very close one, though. We saw definitely some good moments for BabyMarine, where he was able to take better fights, able to take better trades, he was able to expand. But as we saw, BabyMarine was losing a little bit too much, and because of that, his army was struggling, and he was unable to keep up with a multi-pronged aggression of Mixu. When Mixu moved in from one end, he also hit the other at the same time, and he would always find success somewhere, catching mineral lines, catching bases, just pulling BabyMarine apart. GG, well played. Well played. Mixu does advance on, and the question becomes, does he have an opponent? The answer is yes. He does have an opponent. We're heading over to the Americas server, as Nice has been wreaking havoc. Nice, he 2-0'd Slayer's MVP, he 2-0'd Patches, and now Nice is waiting in the quarterfinals. Let's go.